It's kind of like being on Star Trek. I'm thrilled. Oh my goodness, like they've got pedals and mics and...
This is your first year at the Whiners show, I know.
Yeah, and my first year as a Whiners show. Thank you. I'm so deeply honored. Not only am I deeply honored, I wish I was 2 inches taller. I usually am when I'm lying down. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Does that work? That works well enough. Okay. So, before I begin, a little bit about this piece. When I came to the big city of Toronto, I realized a lot of things. First one being is, I'm not as smart as I thought I was. The TTC proved this to me very quickly. So what I did was I actually took a university course just to brush up some of my skills, and it was on fairy tales. I like fairy tales, I have some pleasant memories about them. And I learned something very bizarre about fairy tales, in that when you read a fairy tale, the fairy tale is not about the fairy tale. The witch is not the witch, the monster is not the monster. The witch is like an Oedipus complex about some relationship that you never had with your mother. That's what the fairy tale's really about. Or the dog who comes and talks to you really isn't a dog, it's a Freudian thing, and I really don't want to talk about that. So, this is, well, I sat down and this is my own interpretation of one of those fairy tales, so please bear with me, and if you have any questions afterwards, Travis or Shannon will be glad to explain this to you. They can be found over here on the left-hand side. Thanks.
I lecture Mondays at 6.
I'll be there. Okay. This is called the Bogey Man. Do you know me? I'm the Bogey Man. And I don't steal children because I don't need to. I steal something better. Intimacy. It's ironic because you love me more than you love your lover. You love me more than you love your dog, your children, your friends, your best friend, your neighbor, your sports hero. You love me. And you don't sell yourself with physical affection or money or gifts. You don't need to. What you do is better. You give me secrets. You give me promises. And that's okay. Because what it comes down to is when you do that, some of them, sometimes, they're even your own. Why do you sell yourself to me? Because I'm honest. I tell you what will happen. I don't want to know. I don't need to know. I don't feel it. I don't want it in here. But I tell you, if you share with me, I will break your heart. I will lie to you, not of my own volition. I will probably have you coming closer to me, and I don't need that. So why would you do it? You always ask to. And that's where things get strange. You see, you always ask, can you keep a secret? Can I share something with you? And I say, no, don't do it. Don't bring me your burdens. Don't let yourself get closer to me when I don't need it. Please, please, please don't do this. But then you thank me. You thank me for being a little more honest, being a little more noble. And then you come to me and you tell me these things. But why do you do that? Is it because when you have a Bogey Man around, you know what's going to happen? You know that your heart will be broken. You know that things will go wrong, and yet there's security in that, and that is okay. Because when you get down to it, relationships can be a very scary thing. Our friends, our family, they can all be very, very different. It's the one place, like a fairy tale, where people never say what they mean, and they never say what they mean, and they never mean what they say, and nothing makes sense. So when you're honest, people are willing to take that risk. So I'm the Bogey Man. Because while your spouse, partner, best friend, your dog, your best neighbor, the people who matter most are not with you, guess what? They're with me. Or someone like me. And that's okay because we don't charge too much. A cup of coffee here, maybe a hug there, even possibly a favor. You see, you can't imagine what I know about you. There are things that we don't want other people to know about. The little secrets, the little desires, the things that aren't quite respectable. So, you turn to a boogeyman, or you turn to a boogie woman, and you give them your confession. And you see, it's much more insidious, but people don't realize it, but we do. We do realize it. You see, what it comes down to is that we're actually getting the love that you should have gotten. Now, it's not very big, and it's not very shiny, but it's something that we get that other people don't. And the thing is, we have your trust, and we have your affection, and we get that in large quantity. Our closets are filled with it, our basements are filled with it, we strap our chest shut at home, and yet it's the one thing that you really should have. And when you go to bed at night, you can hear them laughing, and laughing, and laughing. But being a boogeyman, let me tell you, we laugh on the outside because the inside hurts just a little too much. Trust me on this part. And the other part is very simple. You get angry, you get frustrated, you start asking yourself, why do you have to go out and talk to him? Or, geez, you're spending a lot of time with your friends getting coffee, why do you need to do that? You get scared and you get angry because you wake up in the middle of the night and you know something's not right. You know that the person that you went to bed with the night before and the one that you've woken up with today is not exactly the same person you did that with. And you can't figure out why. What's different? Is it the bed sheets? Is it them? Is it me? Is it the dog? Is it the lighting? Is it the candles? Is it the music? Is it our relationship? Did I do something right? Did I do something wrong? Did I not do something right? Possibly it's not what I didn't do right, it's what I didn't do wrong. So, you do what everyone else would do when you come across a boogeyman wandering the street. You threaten them. I'm gonna kick his ass. You're not gonna go out to coffee with her anymore. One more night out with the boys or the girls? Not in my house. The problem is, when you do that, they come running to us even faster than you can imagine, with open arms. And those little secrets that we have, oh, they become big secrets fast. They become big, they fill up our houses, they fill out our closets, they fill up our cars. We try strapping them shut in the fridge, believe me, there's no room in the fridge. There's no room downstairs, there's no room in the crawl space. And it fills up the entire house, so there is absolutely nothing left. And do you know how I know this? Because your best friend, your lover, your boyfriend, your dog, your kids, they told me. And you know what? You're right. There is something wrong. There is something different. And from a boogeyman's perspective, it's a lot of weight to bear. But it's something that we do. Either me or somebody like me. Because I'm a boogeyman. Or a boogie woman. And we wanted to thank you. Thanks.